we generally help organization, with an approach, which a predefined approach. Of course, it is not one size fit for all organizations, but if you are looking out for a consulting service, or if you want to, like I said, you need to have a strong risk management practice, because you need to keep assessing your risks and keep mitigating those risks to increase the compliance level from maturity 3 to maturity 4. So we have I just put up a predefined phase, or an approach which we do as a part of a consulting practice in Saudi Arabia. The first one is, we do a gap assessment. So anyways, all organizations we know that are performing a quarterly based risk assessment. I know it's a tedious activities which is done by many in Excel sheets. So we will perform a gap assessment, and we'll try to identify if there are close to 249 controls in SAMA under the domains that you already saw and the subdomains that you already saw in the previous slides. So we will give a rating of, based on your own methodology and the maturity levels. We will rate what control maturity is there, and also we would also give you a overall maturity level based on the gap assessment. So once we identify what gaps are there, we will help if it is a documentation part, if it is a designing or updating of a strategy, or developing an architecture, or updating policy, procedures, or cybersecurity standards. So we have the expertise, in which we will help in designing the cybersecurity governance, as well as the cybersecurity policies, procedures, and standards, which runs as phase 2 and phase 3. And the phase 4 is the important phase, where we also help organization in the risk management, where both process and technical risks assessments will be done, and we will update your risk management methodology based on your enterprise risk management methodology, update your risk register, because these are all the requirements of the framework itself. And as a phase 5, we will move on to, based on the gap assessment that is done, we will help you with understanding what are all the gaps that are there, and also help you define a roadmap. If that is something that can be incurred in that project itself we are doing, we'll be more happy to help. Or else we'll also help you and guide you and provide you the advisory of what controls you need to put in. For example, the SAMA cybersecurity framework clearly states that you should have an identity and access management solution which is completely automated, and you should ensure that your solution is good enough to take care of all the identity and access management related issues. So based on those recommendations, we will also help and advise the companies which solution to go based on the risk assessment and the gap assessment that we do. And the last phase is obviously the framework phase. If you look at the framework, there are certain critical frameworks that needs to be in place. For example, third-party risk management framework, cybersecurity and IT project management. You need to have a framework for cloud security. If you have cloud vendors, how do you do the assessments? So we help in building the templates, the framework for the organization, and as per my expertise, I see if you have your documentations right, and if you have your controls right, probably controls implementation could be a journey, but if you have the documentation right, you're close to maturity level 3.
For more information, click on the link below or visit databrackets.com.